Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today, we're going to be talking about EJH, also known as EJ111. Now, for this one here, I'm going to go towards due diligence as much as I can, then technical analysis, and then what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So here on the company profile, you get to see Pington Comprehensive Experimental Zone E-Home Services Co. Limited. You get to see that was founded in 2014. It is short for E-Home and it's branded as E-Home Services. It's mainly engaged in after-sale services of household appliance, smart homes, and housekeeping services. We're modern enterprise providing integrated homemaking services through the internet. Our home appliances and smart home services business has outlets and customers in 32 provinces across China. Our housekeeping services has expanded to Fujian, Guangxi, and Shandong. Our internet service for the aged rooted in Fuzhou and expanded across China. Our skills training focuses on providing staff quality and improvement training for relevant enterprise. At present, there are more than 1 million customers who often use our services on the platform. We have established cooperation with more than 2,600 home appliance services outlets across China and more than 1,000 outlets that have cooperated with us in the housekeeping services. Now, in terms of the development history, they started off in around 2014. Now, in 2015, went form strategic cooperation with Gom, Sanging, Jingdong, and Shuyaqiang and others. In 2016, point one, you get to see that the standing vice chairman unit of Joint Insurance Committee of China Household Appliance Business Association. In 2016, won the 2015 Top 10 Service Providers of China Home Appliance. In 2016, they passed the ISO 9001 Quality Management System certification. And in 2016.9, signing overseas listing strategic cooperation with CGDC. And in 2016, you're able to see point 10 from market service providers after home appliance and building materials to comprehensive service providers for family life. In 2017.3, key listed backup enterprise in Fujian province in 2017, and 2017.4, establishment of overseas listing structure completed. In 2017.8, you get to see that they obtained Evergrande Industrial Investments. In 2018.3, won the title of Excellent Internet Enterprise in 2018, and in 2018.4, key listed backup enterprise in Fujian province in 2018. 2018.9, won the title of Unicorn Enterprise with the most investment potential in 9.8 CIFIT and smart home appliance services industry. 2018.10, they won the 10 top Best Creative Awards of the third Cross-Strait Youth Innovation and Enterprise Competition, and 2018-12 won the title of Specialized in Special and New Enterprise in Fujian Province. In 2019, the Home Express and Pington government signed a landing agreement of Taiwan Straight Home E-Commerce College. And then moving on from there, some of the latest news that they do have. Now, for this one here, the latest news is eHome Household Services Holdings Limited acquires Danyang Situ Finji Farm to build an additional senior care villa in China. So that is expected to continue on for the growth of the strategy of the company and technology. They expect to serve seniors over 65 years old. And that's that. That was put up on the 15th of July. eHome Household Service Holdings Limited acquires Fuzhou Household Services Company, Jiajiao, and that happened on the 23rd of June. So you get to see that they have acquired this one here, and it was awarded the top 5 household service enterprise with good credit records and the top 100 model household service providers with good credit records. And moving on from there, you're able to see that the eHome House Services closing of $25 million initial public offering. So that's already passed through. They had around additional 20,000 shares as well. The offering price was around $4.50 per share, and you get to see the current price is currently around 18 or 8.19. And you're able to see as well that they did mention that pricing even before relating to that $25 million of the offering. And the current market cap for this one is sitting currently at $641 million. But before moving on forward, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to subscribe on the bottom right corner and leave notifications buttons on. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video and join our Discord, which is totally free, in the description below. Now, in terms of this company's valuations that we can get to, you get to see that price over sales is recorded around 10.91, which is significantly higher than the SP 500 at around 2 to 3 times higher. In terms of the sales and the income, compared to the market cap, you're looking at 58.8 and 7.9 million respectively out of that $641 million market cap. And in terms of insiders and institutions, we don't have much information because it's not reported on that SEC filings, but the SEC filings tell you the same thing we did over the news, and the short volume, you're seeing that currently it's sitting very close to the mid 50s to the high 50s. Yesterday, on the 2nd of August, we recorded a short volume of 58.28. Currently, we don't have an exact short float, but I do anticipate it's holding almost at the same level as it dropped from $30 down to around $8.23 at the current level. Now we can take a look into the technical analysis. So on a 4-hour perspective, or actually this is a 2-hour perspective, we're able to take a look into some key metrics. First off is the MACD, and you get to see that it's continuously going on the negative histogram on towards the red, which really signals that there is a very strong bearish action happening here. Now the willing percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, also known as the RSI, shows that this one is highly oversold. Although you get to see that the volumes here are significantly up tech. You're looking down at earlier today, one of the highest selling and highest volumes you've ever seen. Previously, it was barely moving. Today, it dropped all the way from somewhere closer to around 28.66 last night to a low of around 6.35. Now, there's some people that thought, hey, buy the dip onto this one and bought it, saying, hey, China has no regulations. The household market seems amazing for this one. And clearly, they have missed why people or why China invests their money outside China in terms of the households. Because if you were to look into the history, no company or no one person actually owns a piece of land in China. They lease it out of 100-year terms, out of the government itself. And so there is a lot of uncertainties relating towards China's households and lands. But if you were to take a look into their services, into housekeeping, for instance, and all these other services, sure, that can come out with a good profit, but you're able to see that their initial public offering was somewhere closer to around the 450 level, and currently it's trading around 812. So that's something, if a key point you gotta remember in the back of your mind, that it has potential to go back to their IPO prices. Now, if you were to take a look into these volumes, it definitely shows you that there's a lot more people that are selling than buying, and there's new players in the game where they bought in hopes of for this one to bounce. But as you're able to see in terms of the candles, you keep getting a red candle, green, green, and then a massive red. So you can anticipate that this one would probably follow down. Now, to what level, that's very tough to talk about, but I do anticipate that probably the lowest level it's going to go to is around 450. When it comes to the question to Ed, what do you actually think about this one? I will tell you to be very aware of that negative trend, the negative tumbling that is actually occurring towards this one. Look into the company yourself and then decide whether this company is worth around $600 to $700 million valuation for housekeeping services and household services. And so in my own perspective, I see this one as a negative momentum that is probably going to be reaching $6 once again, or $5 soon. So keep that in mind. But I do think that this company is like all other companies where low volumes seem to plague this one, and it would need some really, really bullish action, bullish movement, like they're partnered with Alibaba or something, or I don't know, they solved sweatshops problems in China or something like that, in order for it to kind of bounce back into a really strong bullish movement, or it just takes as a pump and dump. So be very careful, because this stock seems to be on a very low volume part, and this could be actually initiated by a short volume or a short shorting position that is in its own kind of trying to drop down the price in order to benefit out of that short position. So it could be a short attack. What do you think about this one? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.